Hey guys, it's Mr. Brightside here, and today we're going to going through step 2, or episode 2 of my step-by-step Terran guide, and today's focus is going to be on how to stay safe. So, I'm going to try to jump into a game. Basically, when I say how to stay safe, I'm talking about how not to die at the start of a game. So episode 1 we covered building workers. I mean, I did some other things that I explained as well, just kind of like, buildings, and I did briefly on upgrades. We'll do more on that later. But yeah, today is just kind of we know how to build workers and get our eco going and spending our money a bit. Now we're going to go on how to be safe. So, the eco build will be slightly slower, but it's going to be worth it. So I want to try to, I'll be sending a worker out to scout straight away just to kind of see if anything to worry about, if it's Protoss or Zerg, and yeah, we'll just kind of see how we go, really. If I could find a game, that would be sweet. But I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. I've been putting a bit of effort into these, so we'll see how we go. Okay, we found our game. Again, I'm going to be trying to do like a little bit more extra stuff in each step. You might not understand, so unfortunately we get a Terran. That kind of sucks, but still, I will explain the other races while we're doing this. Terran just happens to be the least threatening of the three early. Alright. So at about the 40-second mark, I'm going to send out a worker to start scouting. I'm going to show where I would scout.
Not enough.
Okay, and we're just going to put this depot here. Actually, we'll go 30 seconds. 30 seconds, nice and easy. Okay. So first, I'm going to move him there. And I'm going to queue him up to go straight to their base.
Additional supply depots required.
So the things we're looking for at the moment is for a Protoss, while I'm getting my barracks and my refinery.
Not enough minerals.
I'll just quickly talk about it. The first things we're going to be looking for, if it was against a Protoss, so assuming I'm playing a Protoss, I'm looking to see if there's a forge or a gateway being built first. If it's a forge being built first, I need to start scouting for a cannon rush and preparing for that. If it's a gateway, it's more of a standard game, and I don't really have as much of an early threat. Go into that in a couple of minutes. For a Zerg, I'm going to be looking at if the pool is built before the hatchery. So if there should be a hatch down by now, minute 20. This guy's actually full walled off, which is a bit interesting. So that he could be cheesing as well. And the main one for Terran is making sure that
Not enough minerals.
his barracks is being built in his wall. Now against Terran I actually need a wall, but it's going to be good practice, so we'll do it anyway.
Not enough minerals.
And I'm going to get my expansion on the low ground because it's against the Terran. Yeah, so any kind of proxy racks. If it was a proxy racks, I wouldn't try to find it. I'd just try to build units to prepare for it.
Command center upgrade complete.
But yeah, so common spots if it was a Protoss and it was a Forge first are around here. And if he snuck his worker in over there. So I'm going to put my Reaper over here. Get him to build that. Gonna get my factory. Again, now going back to what I did in the first episode, where I'm just going to be building workers and trying to be safe. I'm going to drop a queue up a Marine to go as well. And why not we'll grab our second gas. So around the 2:45, 3-minute mark, while I've got a bit of extra cash, I'm going to want to drop my engineering bay. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The main one being, against Protoss, the threat of an early Oracle. And against Terran, the threat of an early Cloaked Banshee. Cloaked Banshee isn't something I'm going to touch this game. I don't really want to. Now I just want to focus on the basic stuff first. We'll go into that type of stuff eventually. But that'll be quite a ways in. Get a tech lab on that barracks. On that factory, sorry. Drop the starport. Expansion's done. And because I can, I'm going to put my depot wall at the top of this ramp as well. Just in case you're not sure where to put depots, you can always do it as a wall.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
Now that I've got this NG base, so again against Terran and Protoss, you want this kind of early. And you want to drop missile turrets in your mineral lanes. Pretty much in the middle. And the reason in the middle is obviously it'll cover, especially on a map like this with one gas each side, it's going to cover most of the base. So if he was to come in with an early cloaked Banshee or an Oracle for a few Protoss, I will be fairly prepared. Drop another barracks. Now, because I'm not actually sure what he's doing, I'm going to scan his base. Reacted here. Still only on one gas. He's getting his second barracks. There's his factory. So I'm still that didn't really tell me much. So I'm going to send out my Reaper to scout there and see what he comes back with. I have enough to get STEM. I'm going to keep getting my Marines. So I did think, because he walled off straight away, he might have been going for a Cloak Banshee. Because there's no real reason to try to wall off that quick against the Terran. And I'm just going to get my Medevac, I'm getting a tank, my second racks, just spending my money. Depending on what he has here, there's a tank, and his depot wall's done. So we're going to scan that and see what he has. He actually has a fair few SCVs, probably a similar amount to me. And he's got a tank and a few Marines. Okay, so now we're going to kind of go into the same thing that we did in the first game. We're just going to worry about, you know, putting together our Marines, our Medevacs, even a couple of tanks, and we'll see how we go. And I can grab another gas as I'm starting to run out and I'm getting into my more higher tech, like my Medevacs and my tanks. I need more gas to produce them, so I add on my extra gases. Again, making sure. I actually forgot a missile turret here. That would have been pretty bad in a higher level game. And remembering to add everything to control groups. Right? So you can actually put everything on the same hotkey. So I could put my barracks, my factory, and my stopper all on the one hotkey. And if I press tab, oh, you can't see it, my camera's in the way. You can kind of see it here. As I tab through to select the different buildings. I personally don't use this, but I actually do think it's more effective. Again, that's a lot of Marines. I didn't see him stim though.
Bad news. What's going on? SCV ready.
And I'm kind of losing track a bit on how many workers I have here, so I'm going to expand. Let's get my upgrades. I'll get my 1-1, extra tanks, a few more Medevacs. We'll set this tank up in the base in case he drops. Another thing you can do if you're paranoid about an attack is drop a sensor tower. You can see on my mini-map there's that circle. Any enemy that isn't cloaked and moves into that range, I'll know about it. Let's add on an extra barracks. Stim's done, we'll get combat shield. You know, we're not doing anything special. Just trying to stay on top of things.
Ready for dust off.
Additional mineral field depleted.
I kind of want to just go for a drop and show what that is, but we won't. We'll hold back on that. I'm actually getting supply blocks, so again, I'll get my 2 SCVs. I'll queue up a lot. I have a lot of money. Throw them on. So I believe this could actually be a gold player. I'm not sure. I didn't check. I'll grab an armory to access my 2-2. Once that's done. After this Medevac's done, we'll go for Vikings. I have some spare energy. Yeah, I can drop some extra supply. Go straight into my next base. Reacted barracks. Feel pretty safe dropping my wall. Oh. That was unfortunate timing. Didn't realize he was set up outside. His 1-1's actually done first, but not by much. Okay, this actually puts us in a bit of an interesting position.
Add-on, upgrade, complete. Mineral field.
This better be good.
Mineral field.
So usually in a TVT you would get Vikings, and you would just use them to either kill their Medevacs, or kill their Vikings if you have more. Let's do that. Keep adding on barracks.
I like it.
But because he seems to have no Vikings, I want to show you a little trick that we can do.
Armed and ready.
Let's keep getting upgrades. 2-2's on the way.
Ready to plunder.
Like, I'm a bit paranoid about landing this base now.
Yeah.
Well, I do kind of need to as I'm running out of... Oh, here we go. There's his Medevacs. I killed one.
Victory.
Did he bring everything back? Except for those. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
Fight or flight. Yeah.
We're going to grab the Vikings. And we're going to land them on the tanks here. Because those tanks aren't going to be able to do anything. Because the Vikings are too close. Just a small little trick you can do. Because he left his 2 tanks there unsieged. I can now land my 3rd. I want to land my 4th. And I want to move my army out of my base. As you can see, because I was contained like that, and I was a bit worried to move out,
Bad news.
I have a lot of money.
In the rear.
So I want to start spending it. How many workers do I have? I've got 52. I can get a bit more.
Armed and ready.
Okay.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Just keep on building stuff, I guess.
SCV ready.
Nothing else to do. Does he have his 3rd base? We can scan that. He does, and he went for a planetary. Doesn't have a 4th. Where's his army? Okay, so his army's moving out somewhere, which is pretty important to know.
Want some.
This is all part of the being safe.
SCV ready.
My main focus was on the early game being safe, but you know, we're past that now. I want to know, what can I keep doing throughout the game? And that's to just keep scanning, really. Planetaries are good and all.
SCV ready.
Make sure to get my gases.
Go ahead.
Extra supply. I got a lot of energy on these. I got 4 orbitals.
Sure thing.
That's the weakness that he's going to have right now with getting a planetary. But I got my 2-2s done. I can start 3-3. I have enough money.
Minerals.
SCV
Is it because he has less orbitals?
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
He's going to have less scans available. I still have scans. They're 50 energy.
Complete.
This better be good.
Research complete.
SCV ready.
I'm scanning all over the place. There he is.
SCV ready.
So here's what we're going to do.
Ready.
I'm going to select all of our tanks. We're going to move them across this line.
Ready. What's that? By the comfort.
We're going to see what he does. Is he going to fight? He is. So now I can stem into his A move. He just kind of ran his army into a grinder there. That was a lot of tanks he ran into. I'm actually on 80 workers, which is way more than what I need. So before rushing into anything,
Bad news.
I can just go kill him right now, but on the chance that battle doesn't go that way, you need to make sure that everything at home is going well. Keep building things. I've got all the upgrades I want.
Who wants some?
He's got that big depot wall up. That is a lot of depots.
Give us your best shot. Made for battle.
Now I could look at the fact that there's a planetary here, but I didn't actually want to go near that. My potential losses right there are going to be pretty big if he repairs it. So I'm just going to move up my
Mineral
tanks.
field depleted.
You ready for war?
Ready for dust off.
And then sit tight. This is kind of what he wanted to do before.
What's going on? Roger.
Build another base where he wanted to just be able to sit here out the front of my base and start harassing me. Am I going to lose that tank? I lose a tank, which kind of sucks. Now that he's got nothing, I'm going to move up with my army. I'm going to land my Vikings because now he has some. Make sure I'm building Marines. I'm going to stack that up all the way because I can.
Mineral field depleted.
I have a lot of money.
We are at maximum supply.
And there we go. He even says, nice, man. I'm not going to type it back. I don't need BM. And there we go. So I want to actually jump into another game straight away because I'm going to hope that I get something that isn't Terran. So I can better show what I was talking about at the start in terms of being safe against Protoss and Zerg. If I get another Terran, that's fine. We'll just kind of, lump it in with some other stuff that we've been doing and just more refining what we did. So all you got to do, like, actually, what was my APM that game? 96. It was a little high. I'll try to keep it a bit lower. Because obviously it's going to be more easy for me to kind of get that higher APM against this rank. While I'm calm and I know what I'm doing. And it's the... I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. Okay. We're not going to... Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to end this one here, guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. In the next episode, we will be covering the basic unicomp that you should be using in most situations outside of TVT. So hope you enjoy. I know I shouldn't just quit games like that. It's not exactly the best look, but I didn't want to do another TVT. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.